Can you hear me now? I didn't realize my thing was off, so I'm sitting here talking the whole time. Okay, I hear myself through the stream now. So I was just sitting here talking to myself. That's kind of fun. I'm gonna text this person, thank you. All right, we're rocking, we're rolling. So I guess I'll start from the top again. Uh, I'm Crispy Cody, and this is the Crispy Reviews podcast. And I was just sitting here talking to myself for at least a good 10 minutes. So that's cool. Technology, that's what it's all about, having fun, learning how to navigate through these technical problems. So, anyways, now that we're back, we're on Reddit. I'm kind of just going through and talking about artists that are possibly on the lineup. We did have the lineup leak to us either last night or the day before. And you got to always take these things with a grain of salt. You never really know when these lineups were actually like created or crafted. They're usually changing all the way up to the last minute for whatever reason. Um, but that's just kind of how the booking agencies have to work with each other. So we're all really excited and just want to refresh this page just in case. And no, they haven't updated anything yet. So, anyways, yeah, we're on Reddit. I'm just kind of going through their tabs here over the confirmed, semi-confirmed slash extremely likely, rumored, reasonably likely, speculative, and somewhat likely. And we got plausible. I'm assuming at the bottom is unlikely and definitely out. Okay. So, scrolling back up to the top, I will start with the confirmed. So Bonnaroo likes to do Rue clues. If you've been following along or haven't been following along, they release a Rue clue every week or so leading up to the end of the pre-sale to then release the lineup. So the past like 6 weeks or so, they've been releasing an artist every week, and we did get some other confirmed information as well through Festival. So exciting stuff there. So I'll start in order. We had Clue 1, which was Glass Animals. That's the one that we all collectively came up with the answer on. Rue Clue 2 was Hot Mulligan. And Clue 3, we got the Red Clay Strays. Clue 4, we got Tape B. And Clue 5, we got Be Bad Booty. Or is it Be Bad Doobie? Be Bad Doobie. Skibbity bop boop bop beep bop poo. But anywho, uh, Clue 6, we have Slightly Stupid. And that was all the 6 clues that they gave us. On top of that, we got some confirmed acts of Justice, Of the Trees, and Tipper through the Festival and other podcast sources. Um, it won't let me text on there. Let me see. On Twitch or where? If I get distracted, you know why. So I'm just kind of going through, checking things. Um, my one friend should be joining pretty soon. Says on Twitch. Okay, let me double check real fast. I got 2 people watching on Twitch now. Wow. All right. It says um, I'm not seeing where I can change the chat. Oh, yo, Alex Smith.
What's up?
Hey, buddy.
I'm gonna do this whole entire thing from my bed because it's that kind of day. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't want to do anything. I'm just gonna chill. So I'm gonna tell you the lineup is out, and
It's
it's
already
out.
out, out?
It's out entirely because of Insane Clown Posse. They
Oh,
leaked
really?
it. They leaked it.
They totally leaked it.
they
So
they did. They leaked it
is
ahead
it
of time.
true? Like, is it
Yeah, it's this.
already?
It's the same one from last night. We could honestly
Oh,
just fucking start discussing it if you wanted to. It's uh,
okay. So it is exactly the same?
it's the same one. Yeah. I would try to pull
Okay.
up the more like high quality one because there is a couple billing changes,
Nah,
like
somebody just
small.
posted it here, so
The small billing. Oh, that's the one that
yeah, let me
ICP.
let me share this tab. Hold on.
Yeah, they leaked it.
Here you go.
Juggalo madness.
All right. Well, spoiler, here it is. We're
All right.
getting it just a little bit early, but
Yeah,
so we got King Gizzard confirmed. We can at least say that
we can at
safely.
least say that
Three
3 days
sets,
of
3 days. It's
King
real.
Gizzard. It's real. It's happening.
Yep, that's pretty mega.
That was very mega. I hate that there's not as much fanfare to this one as the one last year. This is kind of I was saying I think this is the first time that the lineup is like I feel like this is the first time the lineup has leaked like
Fully
legitimately
leaked. Yeah,
fully leaked. Like it
yeah.
doesn't usually. Like
No, I
it's
think this
crazy.
is no. This lineup looks a little bit different. I'm not gonna lie, it looks a little bit different. I did not see Colts on here or Ali and AJ. Were those already on the other one? I don't remember seeing those.
Yeah, those are both on the other one. Um
Okay, interesting. All right, so
yeah.
how do you want to do this? Do you want to go down just day by day, like confirming everything, or you know?
Anything that I guess that pops out and grabs the eye, we can you
Okay.
know,
Well, I guess we'll just start
look at
from
it.
the top and work our way down. So, yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, it is pretty much no, there is some slight changes it looks like to this
There is
lineup.
that, yeah, small
So for
changes.
Thursday, it looks like they
Small
moved the
changes.
lemon twigs up at least a spot, and Wisp is all the way on the far left side for Thursday, from
Yeah.
what I saw in the leaked lineup that was released. Was that last night or the day before?
That was last night. Yeah.
Yeah, last night. So yeah, I mean this is pretty close to accurate. So yeah, I guess we'll just start going day by day. So anyways, Thursday we got Luke Combs confirmed, Dom Dalla, EDM's biggest guy out there next to John Summit. Those two are
For sure.
biggest dudes in EDM right now, house at least.
Big bros.
Yeah, other than Fisher. Fisher's the only thing missing from this that I can tell. But anyways, continuing on Thursday, we got Sammy is it Vergi
I
or
think so. I don't
Vergi?
know. I don't know who that is, but yeah,
He's
I think
another
so.
EDM artist. He's like a
That makes sense.
yeah, he's in indie. Um, or not indie, excuse me, EDM.
Yeah.
Marcus King, Green Velvet, another EDM artist. He's actually performing here in Orlando this upcoming Saturday,
Nice.
downtown at his little mini festival that he throws every year in
Gotcha.
January. We got Two Hollis, which is super cool. He's like a up and coming like rapper, futurist rapper dude. I don't know if you've ever seen any of his stuff. He's pretty cool. My one
Yeah.
friend put me on to him a little while ago. Insane Clown Posse, shout out them for leaking the lineup.
You can leave it to them if anybody to
For
uh
real.
to have done that.
We got Joey Valiance and Bray. I think that one gets me the most hype, honestly. Like they're just gonna go
Yeah.
stupid crazy out here on the farm. Um,
That's what that I mean, I knew that had to be coming in the next couple years just because they only keep getting bigger and,
yeah,
um they draw a lot of people.
yeah. And honestly, they just have that Bonnaroo spirit. So I think that's really
Yeah,
cool.
they do.
Um, they want to bring the party everywhere they go and get everybody jumping on their feet. I bet they'll be opening like Pokemon cards like live on stage or something, like doing something stupid.
Yeah,
It's gonna
something
be
like that.
silly. I don't
Maybe.
know. I don't know these next few ones, but like Daniel Dantos, Cosmic Country. That sounds at least interesting. I don't
I
know.
don't know what that is. I know I've heard of Wildorado.
Yeah,
So I feel like
Wildorado or Wildorado. I don't know. They're
they've
pretty
played
good.
a few festivals I've
They
been
played
to, I
at
feel
Shaky
like.
Knees. I've seen them at Shaky.
Was it 2019? I feel like I remember that.
Yeah, I think they were at 19.
Yeah,
But
that sounds right.
yeah, they're pretty good. Max Styler, Azteca, the Lemon Twigs. Big shout out to them.
Big
Seeing
shout
them
out.
on Thursday is kind of weird. I feel like they would be more like a Friday or a Saturday kind of act, but it
Yeah.
makes me more excited to be there like on a Thursday.
This honestly, one thing that I noticed like across the board with
Yeah.
this lineup is that like there's not too much what am I trying to say? There's not too much conflict potential for me. Like,
Hmm.
all based on the way that these are, like because it's still a stacked lineup kind of in its own way, but luckily I don't think I don't foresee having too many
Conflicts.
conflicts
Yeah.
this time, especially
Uh,
Thursday. I mean, that'll be a light day for me. I want to see Dice Spits because I actually saw them
yes.
open for Amel and the Sniffers, but other than that, it's just gonna be like the Lemon Twigs that I want to see really.
Don't forget
Um,
Wisp. Wisp is really cool too.
Wisp is also playing at the. I'm gonna see them at the with System of a Down later
Oh,
in
yeah.
the year. I don't know what they sound like, but
Oh, they're really cool. They got like this shoegazy kind of sound, and it can be kind of like shoegaze, but hard at the same time. Like it
nice.
depends like how you interpret it. I interpret it as like angry shoegaze.
I
It's
know for sure that ICP is going to be the Thursday party for me. I've wanted to see them for like a while now, and I've missed a couple opportunities to do so. So I'm definitely glad that that came back around.
yeah. Who's ICP?
Yeah, Insane Clown Posse.
Oh,
Yeah,
duh. You're using
duh.
acronyms. You're using acronyms on me. I'm like, bro, I'm still like
That's like
trying to process
that's
this lineup. Like
that's common for them. Everybody calls them ICP.
ICP.
Yeah, I like ICP calls themselves ICP. Yeah,
Okay.
that one's out there. But yeah,
I'm just
we're
out of touch then.
yeah, man, come out from the rock you're living under.
I
Jeez,
guess
no.
so. Jeez, I'm such a
Yeah,
boomer.
Patrick Starr, not under your Megadeth on
Yeah,
Friday there.
so
I'm
I would say
excited
like,
about.
finishing up Thursday, Dogs in a Pile is pretty cool too. They got like that reggae folky kind of sound. And then Hear
Yeah.
Nothing is another cool one too to check out too. So
Mm-hmm.
moving on to Friday, we got Tyler, the Mother Effin Creator, which is pretty much we kind of knew that from the beginning. Whenever he announced his tour dates, that was pretty kind of predictable. And with him,
Mm-hmm.
possibly being well, he was booked on the one lineup for Bonnaroo. Was that 2020 or 2021? I can't remember.
21.
So yeah, and that one fell through. And I know that they've been wanting to get him back on the lineup for a while, so it makes sense that he's here on this one.
Mm-hmm.
And having John Summit, that's pretty big for EDM again. Glass Animals, late nights in the middle of June. Come on, that's
That's it.
match made in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Tipper, that's going to be really cool. I'm imagining he's probably going to be on the new Infinity stage with the 360 audio experience. I think that's going to go pretty crazy. We got Jam Band Goose. Goose and Giz both on the farm at the same time is pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Red Clay Strays,
Totally.
some country. We got Rainbow Kitten Surprise. Megadeth, as you were saying. What were you
Megadeth.
about to say about Megadeth?
Longest gap between mentioning Megadeth and getting to Megadeth. Megadeth. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Um.
trying to hurry
Pretty good.
through to catch up to Megadeth.
You're good. Yeah, Megadeth's gonna be fun. I'm actually. That's one of the few thrash metal bands that I like give a shit about. That I like really want to see. I've
I'm
wanted
trying
to
to
see Megadeth for
remember.
a while.
I'm trying to remember if they were on the Exit 111 lineup.
Probably
Um,
the show is stacked. I mean, I can already foresee though getting a conflict of Megadeth versus JPEG Mafia versus King Gizzard, three-way conflict there.
yeah. Oh yeah, so I did see Megadeth. It was on Friday at Exit 111. It was with so it was Megadeth and Slayer. They both played the same day along with Black Label Society. So that was pretty crazy.
You know, I love Wallows so much, but I hate it for them that they had like one arena tour and then like they started getting announced on festivals and they're down that low. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, dude, it's honestly weird seeing some of these bands on their placements and whatnot. I
Yeah.
mean, MJ
Oh,
Linderman,
like
I feel like he's
yeah,
pretty low on here
he's
too. Like
he's low.
seeing Flip
Yeah.
Turn above MJ Linderman is really weird to me. I feel like Flip Turn would easily be on the lower side of this over MJ, but I know Flip Turn has a pretty big following with their Atlanta fan base and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like in terms of this building, like Wallows should be probably up where Glass Animals is, considering like they both had arena
Yeah,
tours, but I think that theirs sold better. I think theirs
yeah.
like sold better than Glass Animals.
Yeah, but for
Um,
some reason, Glass Animals is just more of a, I don't know, festival act that people seem to
yeah,
really
they'll come out for
gravitate
that.
towards. Yeah, they really
Yeah,
enjoy that.
and also Glass Animals had well, actually both of those bands have had like viral hits, but I guess Heat Waves was a bigger one than like Are You Bored Yet? Um,
Oh, really?
I guess so. I feel like more people uh know Heat Waves than they know that Wallows song.
Yeah. Well, it's only five
But
more
yeah.
minutes until the actual lineup drops, so unless they already did it, I don't know.
Yeah,
No, they
you
haven't
would
yet.
you would think at this point they would just be like, "Fuck it, let's just go ahead and put it
Yeah,
out."
that's what most.
Because
I know that's what happened. What festival did that happen to one year? I know that it got leaked like early, and they were like,
um,
"Screw it, we gotta just drop it."
we're
So
just drop it. I don't know what it
yeah,
was. That this really it's crazy to me how this lineup is like. It's like the worst kept secret in festivals already this year. Like it's been
yeah.
people have known a lot of this lineup, um, and now
Maybe
it
they've
did
let too many
coming out
hands in the
early.
cookie jar. You know.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah, too many cooks in the
Too
kitchen,
many
too many hands in the
cooks.
cookie jar.
Yeah, too
So
many cooks there.
I guess let's keep sliding through. So we got Foster the People.
Hmm.
So wild to see them that low again on like the bill.
Yeah.
Slightly stupid as well. They've been around so long, and I feel like that they have a pretty decent sized fan base. For them to
Okay,
be
but
that low is
that's
weird.
another one that like I never would have like it never would have been on my bingo card to see slightly stupid like that low or at least in that small of print. Like here's the thing that's throwing me off about this lineup is I feel like there's usually like three lines of that like bigger like bolder print and then it goes to the smaller like some of these bands that are in the really small print I would have thought would have their name bigger on the poster. But it's
Yeah,
crazy that it's all already so that's wild.
yeah.
It's
I
crazy.
mean, it just is how they designed it. So I mean, you
Yeah.
are right. I think they did used to do three lines prior, but now they're just
Yeah,
doing
like bolder
two.
text. Yeah.
Yeah. So it just seems kind of odd, but moving on, there's Flip Turn, Of the Trees, another EDM act. JPEG Mafia, that one's I'm pretty excited about that one, especially since he's on the same day as Tyler. Like, that's great that there's more than just one hip hop act. Usually they try to do more than
Yeah,
just one whenever
for
it's a
sure.
hip hop headliner. But
Yeah.
I don't know who this next one is. Marina, I've never heard of them.
Sounds
Um,
familiar.
yeah, do you know who they are or no?
I don't know who they are, but it sounds like vaguely familiar.
Okay.
Um, yeah.
Yeah, so sliding on, we got Tape B, EDM Act, MJ Linderman. He's a breakout artist of 2024. So expect big things for him on the farm.
We love
Probably
MJ
have a
Linderman.
really, yeah, he's gonna have a decent sized crowd. I feel for his set on the farm. A lot of people
That
are
was
gonna be
one that
very
was like
excited.
that was one that was so easy to guess from a while back. I mean, I told people, I
Yeah,
I told everybody, I was like, he's gonna be on so many festivals next year with the way that he's coming up and gaining like you
Yeah.
know wide
He also had his
popularity.
performance on Jimmy Fallon and whatnot too, so that
Yeah,
that
he's
really
been
like showed
been
him in the spotlight. Yeah,
he's been doing big things. Yeah,
agreed. Boss Man the Low. I don't know who that is, but I think that's gonna be my first artist I'm gonna look up off
I
this
feel like
lineup.
I feel
Boss
like
Man
that's gotta
Low,
I feel like that's gotta be Boss Man D'Lo. That
D-Lo.
seems that
Okay,
seems like something. Is that an L or is that a J? Yeah, that's an L.
it's an
Bossman
L.
D'Lo. Like
Yeah,
yeah, everybody.
there's
I
no.
can see this being. If I haven't seen what Bossman D'Lo looks like, I can imagine this being like a big old tatted dude where he comes out and he's like big as fuck and he's got like tattoos and shit. And he's got like a hype man that's like, oh shit,
Yeah,
y'all ready for Bossman D'Lo? Let's go.
get low when the whistle blow. D-Lo.
Yeah, whistle D'Lo. Let's go.
Yeah,
Comes out there, big as fuck.
yeah.
I know we're gonna get to this in a minute anyway, but goddamn, Ginger Root is low. That's
Yeah, we so
that's
I'm working
unreal.
towards it. So we got
That's
Enzo, don't
crazy.
know. I guess I'll go through. I'm
Speed
like that
round.
meme. I'm like the
Yeah.
meme where the Grim Reaper knocks on the door and just slashes the name, and then I'm just moving on to the next door to slash the next name just so I can get to the
There you
artist
go.
that I know, you know. So we got
There you go.
Enzo, Levity,
Levity. Yeah.
Levity, Mannequin Pussy, awesome get. I'm glad to see that there's you know, some more representation of some awesome albums that were released in 2024. I really
Mm.
love their record this past year, so it's awesome that they're on the farm. Uh, Leon Thomas, moving on. Colts is a big one. I think that's really cool that they're on this bill. They have like that indie bedroom pop. They're really
It's
cool.
cool that they're on it. I feel like I've seen Cults so many times. Like
Really?
they've been around at so many different things that I've just gone to see them like multiple times at this point. And they're good.
Crazy.
But yeah, I don't know if I would have to see them or not. But it's
Yeah.
cool that they're coming.
All
Um,
right. It's 11. Let's see. I'm gonna refresh the page,
oh yeah, I'm sure they've
and
just
it's a carbon copy. It
yeah.
looks like.
So I'm
Yeah,
sure they've
pretty
thrown that
much.
thing up by now. I'm surprised they didn't just do it sooner.
Yeah, it's pretty much. I'm just doing some back and forth comparison real quick. But yeah, it's pretty much one for one. It's the exact same. Yeah. All right, so I'll just stay on this page for right now. That works because it's
Yeah.
got a nice like zoomed in look on it. Anyways, um, so yeah, Ali and AJ, Matt Champion, Detox Unit, Rachel, Chinoriri. I don't know.
Chinariri.
Chinariri, Eatery,
Rachel Chinariri.
and then Ginger Root. Ginger Root, awesome band, awesome act. So sad to
Yeah.
see him so low on this bill, but that means that he's going to be playing pretty early on in the day, so that's a pretty awesome way to start the day, you know. So that's
Yeah.
pretty exciting.
It is very low.
Yeah,
Um,
I would really like to. I would probably hope that it would go like Ginger Root into MJ Linderman, into Mannequin Pussy, into I don't know JPEG Mafia,
that'd be
maybe
crazy.
Slightly Stupid, and then it's probably
Yeah.
going to be like Wallows versus Megadeth versus Goose, and then for the
I
late.
think it's easy to it's easy to look at this lineup and feel like it's lacking or like it's light until you look in that top right corner and you see the gizzard thing hiding up
Genghis,
there because
yeah,
that's really the big thing that I think is going to move a lot of sales for this. I mean, so many fucking people are going to come out for that. I say fuck on
yeah.
this podcast. I haven't been on this in a minute.
Shout out Ronnie. I don't know if he's
I
still
don't know if I
watching,
can say
but
that on your
he
podcast or
probably
not.
wants to go.
But yeah,
Huh? Say what?
I said I don't know if I could say fuck on your podcast or not. I haven't been on this in a minute.
You've already said it a couple times, but that's all good,
Oh
bro.
yeah,
Yeah,
all
I
good.
don't. Yeah, I'm not keeping a count or anything.
Cool. I'm gonna do worse probably. No, it's all
Nah,
good.
I mean we're live, so there's no way to
Oh,
edit
we're
this.
live. What's
Things to be
up?
a
Yeah,
snare. We're live. We're live
no
on YouTube and Twitch.
no editing the mistakes, no erasing
It's all out in the open.
the blunders. Yeah.
So,
Just keeping it real. Yeah, that Friday's not bad.
no,
Um
Friday's pretty solid whenever you look at it, and like you said, keeping King Giz in mind, like you got a pretty full day, especially when it winds down near the end. Like you're running stage to stage probably for those last like 4 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I guess we'll move on to Saturday and
Boy, there's a
um,
few of these that I'm already going to have seen at Kilby, like, a couple weeks prior.
oh
This
yeah.
is wild.
Well,
There's
we should
Justice
talk about
Wallows, Lemon Twigs. I know.
Kilby. Yeah.
Well, we can stay focused on this. I
Yeah.
noticed that a lot of
You're going through your
Kilby
receipts. Yeah.
names. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna see a lot of these
Yeah.
out there.
But we got Olivia Rodrigo. Is she the first female headliner for Bonnaroo now?
No, I mean
Or
they had Stevie Nicks in 22, and they've had like
oh, okay. Never mind. Never
there
mind.
has to have been others. I just can't think about when they were, but
Yeah. So Olivia, she's probably the youngest that they've ever had. But yeah, Olivia
definitely
Rodrigo,
yeah.
that's pretty big. It's definitely going to attract a really young crowd. Um, so
Yeah.
that's very interesting. So looking at it from that perspective, this lineup does feel like it's for younger people for that Saturday. Um, but there is some like throwbacks like Nelly on here, Modest Mouse, um, you know, and
Nelly
stuff.
would have not been the Nelly would have not been the rap throwback act I would have thought that we would get, because he has
What
like a
wasn't he on one of the Bonnaroo lineups that got canceled? It was like 21 or 20. I can't
he was
remember.
uh he was on the 2020 lineup, but I felt like they got him back in 22.
Yeah, I
Like,
thought he
but they
performed
already got
in
him back.
22.
That's the thing about this lineup is there's a lot of 22 stuff, and there's some 23 stuff as well, like Remy Wolf,
Yeah,
and I feel like there's some others. Rainbow Kitten Surprise was booked in 23, but they had to
they
cancel.
dropped off. Yeah, they're
Um,
known for canceling. I don't know why anybody books them anymore. To be honest, it's
yeah,
sad.
they were never that good anyway, in my personal opinion. They kind of suck.
Yeah,
But
I kind of agree with you on that. I mean, I got to see them at Firefly when they were first like kind of on the scene, and that was cool
yeah,
then. But now I don't feel like that it's that good anymore. But
yeah.
anyways, so
I don't
Saturday,
know. Yeah.
there's a lot of young. Oh, Avril Lavigne too. Like she's a throwback artist as well. Didn't mean
And
to
she's billed crazy
gloss
high. Like
over her.
I don't know how Avril Lavigne is like the second name on that day.
That's what I told you whenever they showed the Boston Calling lineup. I was like, dude, she's definitely
Yeah,
gonna be on the Bonnaroo lineup, and she's gonna be the second name. And Justice being under Avril Lavigne is just so weird to me. I feel like Justice should definitely be second next to Olivia
yeah.
Rodrigo. Yeah.
I didn't even think Justice was going to be up that high. I'll be completely honest.
For real? Wow.
I thought they'd be a little lower, but yeah,
Interesting.
it's crazy.
But yeah. Um, any others that you want to shout out for Saturday as well? So we got
Yeah, we can kind
Glor
of yeah, we can
Glor
just
Glorilla.
Glorilla. We can
Yeah.
just sort of speed round through this thing, but looking
And
at it,
Tyla. We got some hip hop female
shout out
performances. Tyla
yeah,
Glorilla, the one I can't say. We got
yeah.
EDM, RL Grime,
RL
and
Grimes a
then
good booking. That's a good one.
yes, yeah, I like a lot of their stuff. They do a lot of like drum and
Yeah.
bass,
But
fast stuff.
shout out Modest Mouse and shout out Hot
Yep.
Mulligan, Action Bronson. Just looking at this day, those are really the ones standing
Yeah.
out.
And then you got to remember King is also still playing that
I'm
day too. It's
yeah,
like what?
King Gizzard for sure. I'm hearing a lot of people say that Dope Lemon's really good. I guess I need
Oh,
to
Dope Lovin' is great. I would definitely
yeah, I
suggest
need to
that one.
get on that
I was
track.
gonna say for the lower line, check out Destroy Boys. They're pretty cool. Dope Lemon for sure. Um, and then I don't know. I think I feel like I've heard of the Stews before. I'm not entirely sure. I'll have to check that one out.
That one is pretty familiar. I
Yeah.
think this Remy Wolf Super Jam is going to be a blast too. Maybe
Yeah,
I can
I was
actually
about to
finally
say. Plus Remy Wolf's
yeah,
insanely fire 1970s pool party super jam.
maybe I can finally catch a Super Jam because I haven't seen one yet. But this Saturday doesn't look too stacked out for
It
me. I mean, I might actually be able to get in there and
yeah. unless it's
You know.
the same time as King is.
Yeah, it won't be though. King Gizzard. I mean, they usually do the Super Jam around like for like
They do it a
7 or 8,
little
like
earlier.
late
Yeah,
evening, you know. But the King
it's like
Gizzard sets will
sunset time.
they'll probably all be like late night, you know.
Agreed. Yeah. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
really curious to know. Like, maybe we could throw in our guesses now. But for King Giz, for their 3 sets, do you think they're just gonna do like just 3 normal sets, or you think they're gonna have like one like marathon set? Because if they do one marathon set, and
One,
if they do a sunrise
yeah.
marathon set, because there's nobody listed here for a sunrise set. So
Well, one of the sets definitely has got to be a 3 hour marathon. That's like their
marathon.
patented thing at this point. You know,
Yeah.
they totally own that. One of them, I think I can see them putting them on that new Infinity stage, which we'll talk about a little bit, doing like one of their like
King
synth
Giz.
table. Yeah,
Oh my
do
god,
like
that would be insane.
they do like rave sets
Swan song.
yeah,
Imagine them doing that.
for the silver chord stuff, they do like rave sets, and that one could be like a sunrise thing that starts
That would be
around like,
insane.
maybe like 4:30 in the morning and goes until 6. You
Yeah.
know,
It's kind of
be
funny
cool.
how they've just kind of taken over the festival a little bit here, you know? Like
Yeah,
it's just so wild to me.
it's
I
definitely
I
it's the
I feel
year
like
of
they should just be
Giz.
headlining, like they should just be as a headliner on this, but they're not. They're just, off to the side here like, like they're an additional thing.
It's
So,
definitely the year of Giz. That much is
yeah.
for sure.
That's super exciting.
Yeah,
But moving on to Sunday Fun Day, we got Hoisier. We're gonna be taken to church. Um, we got Vampire Weekend, always a welcome favorite. Queens of the Stone Age, so excited to have them back. I'm glad that I forget their lead singer's name off the top of my head right now, but I'm glad he's doing better. He was sick and stuff last year and had a surgery, so I'm glad he's doing good.
yeah,
Um, Remy Wolf will have her own set on the next day, though, which is exciting. So it's
yeah.
not
Sunday
just
set.
the 1970 pool party super jam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Um,
I'm glad that Royal Otis is playing too. I do kind of want to check them out. I haven't seen them yet.
they're great. I definitely recommend catching their set for sure. And it's weird seeing them build that high up, but Sunday doesn't have as many big names. It looks like as Friday and Saturday does.
Yeah, it's not like super super stacked out.
Yeah.
We got Natasha Bedingfield's down there. Here's
Hmm.
something crazy about Sunday is that Barry can't swim because
Yeah, he's
um
great.
he's literally in he's like in the Netherlands like on the Thursday or Friday of Bonnaroo. So
Oh
that
wow.
I know they had to have do like a crazy um get. That was a crazy get. They probably had to go through jumping a lot of hoops to get him to come in.
Yeah.
Which really, I mean, that sets a new precedent for Bonnaroo because if they can do something that crazy, I mean, it really makes you wonder. Like people say for months, they say this is out because the artist is here, but it makes you wonder how much pull power they really have when they really want someone like that.
Yeah.
You know,
That's definitely, I mean, even for King Giz, because they're
Gizzards,
like
yeah, yeah,
they're overseas in Europe as well.
like the week before, yeah,
Just a few, I think it's only like a few days before. I
yeah.
can't even remember. But
They definitely worked their magic to get that too.
yeah, let me look up their
Um,
schedule real quick
I'll
and
say
see.
Vampire Weekend because I guess we moved pretty fast on that, but Vampire Weekend is one
We
of
glossed over it.
the most exciting things of the whole. And I mean, really, technically, I have um, Vampire Weekend and Tyler the Creator are like the two headliners that I'm like really stoked about. I just hope that they give Vampire Weekend some extra time. They have like 90 or so minutes at least. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So get this, okay? So King Giz, their last show is June 10th in Bulgaria,
Wow.
and then they're at Bonnaroo. They released it. They released what days they're playing on their website. It says June
Oh, really?
13th, 14th, and 15th.
Yeah. So
So that's
the Friday,
Friday,
Saturday,
Saturday,
Sunday.
Sunday.
It's
Yeah,
about what I would have thought. Yeah.
yeah. So there it is. It says it right here on their website. That's so cool. Well,
I wonder
they
if they'll
literally
announce
they
like
literally
which
have
sets
like
are going to
two
be which.
days.
Huh?
They literally have 2 days to get to Tennessee from Bulgaria.
Yeah, that's
That's not a lot
crazy.
of time.
I wonder if they'll announce like which set is going to be which kind of thing. You know, like one marathon, one sunrise, like the rave thing, or one regular set or whatever.
Yeah, I'm curious to know as well too. As soon as that information kind of comes out, we'll definitely be talking about it again because
Yeah,
that's huge. I think it's definitely buzzworthy to know all the King Giz fans out here. Let's see if there's
definitely,
I don't know if maybe they've posted about it or something. I don't think they'll say anything until later when it gets closer to it. There'll be like a new announcement or something. They haven't even posted anything about Bonnaroo on their Instagram. Okay, I'm just hopping around. Anyways, we'll go back to this.
yeah. We'll
Yeah, we
cover the
kind of
rest of
glossed so we
this lineup.
glossed over like Vampire Weekend, like you said, but you know they're awesome. Like I can't believe you
That
know
is really exciting, and it's also in addition to them, it's crazy. I think to see Queens of the Stone Age land a spot that high, I think it's impressive. In
oh they deserve it.
25,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
they're
should be up that high.
I don't think of something of like Queens of the Stone Age is like I don't think of it being something that a lot of people care about up until I go to see them, and then I'm like, wow, people really still they still like that band a lot, and
Yeah, I love
I
them. I
want to
think they're wonderful.
I really want to see them on the farm, but I'm sure that they'll be overlapped with something else, like probably with Vampire Weekend, um, or something.
I don't
You
know.
know.
I think they're going to be really careful on how they lay out Sunday, so that everybody kind of gets something that they're looking forward to.
hmm I will be curious to see that schedule. They
Oh
get it
yeah,
going.
that's always the next thing, right? We're always looking forward to the next thing.
Oh yeah. Now, about what point? What do we leave off there on that line where Treaty Oak Revival, where they starts?
um, yeah, so Treaty Oak Revival, big, gigantic. That's another really cool jam band. They do like reggae kind of stuff, mixed with
Yeah,
jam elements. Um,
yeah.
and then,
Jack's Mannequin is going to be exciting.
oh, who is that?
That's a
Like,
good one. That's
who is
that's
it?
the uh that's the third band of Andrew McMahon. That's the only one of his bands that I haven't seen yet.
Oh,
Um,
dang.
you
Okay,
have
so
Andrew. You
Andrew
have
McMahon's.
Andrew McMahon in the Wilderness.
Yep.
Well, something corporate was first, and then came Jack's Mannequin after that, and then he did Andrew McMahon in the Wilderness. But yeah, I've actually seen Wilderness a few times. Something corporate, I saw at Riot Fest, and that was great. And then, yeah, Jack's Mannequin is the last of his bands that I haven't seen yet, and honestly, I think might be my favorite of his projects. So I'm really stoked that they landed that.
Yeah. Well, that's exciting. I think that's cool that, you know,
Yeah.
it fits really well with Sunday.
It
Um,
does. It really does. That
yeah.
album, Everything in Transit, that Jack's Mannequin record, I can't recommend it enough. It's great.
Okay. Maybe I have listened to it before. I just don't remember the
If you've
name.
if you've been to see Wilderness at least a few times, I mean, he
I
plays
have. Yeah.
mishmash of everything. Jack's Mannequin songs or something corporate and
Gotcha.
his own stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Then we got it, Eight Aliens.
ATLians. Yeah.
ATLians. Yeah.
That's what we
So
got
that's a
there.
cool EDM act. They're probably going to be on the Infinity stage or something. So
Probably.
I would imagine that. Um, I don't know who this one is. Bill Murray.
Bill Murray. I've actually heard of Bill Murray. I don't know what the sound is. I don't know if that's like a
I know
band, a
the actor.
DJ, or what. Yeah, Bill Murray, the actor. But that, as far as that name on the post, I mean, that's one I've seen floating around. I guess I need to dig into a little bit
Mm,
more. Hmm.
yeah, and then Saint Motel, they're a throwback kind of alternative act from the 2010s. You know you're just my type. Dun, 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 dun,
Oh yeah, Saint Motel
bum,
can't
bum, 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 bum.
can't totally escape them at any given point in time.
Right?
That's
Yeah.
another one that I feel like they were on. I feel like they played in 23 too. Maybe they
Yeah,
did.
they. I don't know if they did or not for Rue, but I know that they've been on multiple lineups for many years, so they're
Yeah,
just always around. And if you're into big horn, like a horn band and stuff, and like that dynamic, then sure, that's gonna be for
yeah.
you. But I've seen them enough times to be like, I want to see something new,
I
you know?
just look down toward the bottom of the page and see the insane clown posse with the blue check mark. I can't believe
Oh yeah,
they were the ones that leaked this.
they leaked. Of course they did. They don't care.
And they
They said
said
whoop
what
whoop
whoop whoop
juggalos.
juggalos. I saw somebody last night. It was either on Discord or InfoRoo or something. Somebody said, "Oh damn, the juggalos will come to the farm. Everybody's gonna get their catalytic converters stolen."
uh,
Oh shit, everybody.
you
So
think they're just you think the Juggalos will only come for one day, and that's why they put them on on Thursday?
they may do that, or they may some of them may just come for the whole function. They just come turn up
Yeah.
the whole time.
So
But I
so
know that I
let me
yeah
ask you this then. We
the,
kind of went through the entire lineup and everything. What is your overall thoughts on 2025's lineup, especially since this is like is this
yeah.
their 25th anniversary lineup?
I think that Bonnaroo has been around since
Oh, it's 2001, right?
2002. I think.
2002.
I think that was the first year. So we're a couple years still out from the 25th.
Okay, okay. Anyways, that's
But
fine.
yeah,
Yeah.
no,
But
it's
what's your
looking
thoughts
pretty
on
good.
this lineup compared to like the
It is
prior lineups that we've had?
it is very well rounded. Um, I mean, some people are gonna love it, some people are gonna hate it. You know, I will say that I'm not really the biggest fan of Olivia Rodrigo, but that headliner booking is pretty it's pretty impressive for a couple reasons. The first being that I mean Bonnaroo just doesn't they don't get female headliners a lot. I know people always want that. So to have on Saturday to have two female headliners leading it right there is pretty crazy. And then also that's the first time that Bonnaroo has really booked like a big pop star like that,
Yeah.
at least at their height of popularity like that, because they've had Billie Eilish before she was huge, Dua Lipa before she was huge, but that's the first time that they've come with something like that for somebody like Olivia that's massive. So I think that's interesting. And as much as some people are going to complain, I think that that was probably a good way to shake it up. um Tyler, it's good that Tyler is coming back,
Yeah, he's
finally
returning.
to the farm. There was a lot of discussion of that rap headliner. I mean, I was told everything from like I, bouncing back and forth. It's Gambino, and now it's Tyler, and now it's Gambino, and now it's Tyler,
I'm glad
and
that it's Tyler over
yeah,
Gambino, to be honest. Only because
yeah,
I don't know, he's like the image of like Zillennials. Um,
yeah,
just kind of the person who is always constantly reinventing himself, and people just really like that about him. And after his
yeah.
latest album that came out, Chromacopia, which
Hmm.
his name is in that color, by the way, the green Chromacopia color, which is kind of clever,
Chromacopia. Yeah,
right? So I think that's really
yeah.
exciting that he's one of the headliners. Um,
I mean, to be honest, like uh the other thing with Gambino is that if no disrespect to him, I mean, I think he's great. Would have been a great show, but with him, I mean, the album that he's currently was touring was it's the same album. I mean, technically, it's not like it was out yet when he last played, which is in 2019, but he was already playing that stuff that would end up eventually being on that album, and so that stuff's already been played on the farm, and he's done his show with that. Was it uh what is his he has a couple new records. One was called like Bando Stone and the other one was called Atavist, I think. He's already done all that stuff
for Gambino,
on the
yeah,
farm. Yeah. Even though it was a long time ago at this point, he's already
it
played
was
those
2019.
songs out there. Yeah, so that would have been kind of a rehash of something that's already been done on the
Yeah.
farm. But
And
yeah, I
Tyler, he
mean,
hasn't been back to the farm in a while, right? Like it's been a while, like
The
since
last time Tyler was there
2016.
was 2016, and he was like in a
Yeah.
tent late night, so he was down
Yeah.
low on that
Yeah.
lineup.
So now
Yeah,
he is back many years later, almost 10 years later, and he's headlining. So,
Definitely exciting stuff. Now, I'm wondering if he's going to do some exclusive Bonnaroo merch because I know he
oh, he
did.
will. He will.
I know he did for the "Call Me If You Get Lost" tour. There was supposed to be some stuff that he was selling at Bonnaroo that he ended up selling it anyway. I think on his website, he was just
Oh
like, "Here
yeah.
you go. You
He's like,
guys
I
can
made
just come
this.
buy
I'm
it.
not gonna. Yeah, I'm
This
not
ain't
gonna
going to
get
waste.
rid of this.
I'm gonna get my money." Shit. Yeah, no, but Tyler's great.
Yeah.
That'll be a
Yeah.
great time.
I would
Overall, I
say.
mean, this
I
is like
would
a really
say.
well-rounded lineup. It's
Yeah.
their
I agree
typical
with you.
so
I think it's very current. It's all new. I feel there's nothing really here that's old, other than probably
yeah.
like Avril Lavigne and Modest Mouse, Nelly, um,
There's
you know,
throwbacks.
like
There
those.
there's
There's some throwbacks, but
there's throwbacks that have their
that's not the headliner. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
the headliners are all new. Like Luke Combs, he's newer. Tyler the Creator, he's recent. Olivia Rodrigo, very new, very recent. Hozier, like they're taking a big gamble on having him as like a
It's
headliner.
it's
And
crazy to get Luke Combs too because I don't really follow Luke Combs music or anything he puts out.
yeah,
Like I don't know much about Luke Combs other than like I saw him once when he was a pretty small potatoes act. He was opening for like uh, Brantley Gilbert or somebody like when I used to work at an amphitheater way back. But it's crazy to get him because like he does play stadiums on his own. So like people always talk about Bonnaroo and get can they get any headliners that are stadium acts? I mean, technically they did that. Luke
yeah,
Combs is absolutely an huge act by this point. So
agreed.
wild to be able to get him to come. And I guess he's the one that called them and said that he wanted to play or whatever it was because they said whoever it was came to them
Yeah,
and said that they'd been wanting to play Bonnaroo. So
yeah. Well, I don't know if that means it was Luke Combs or if it was Dom Dalla because I feel like Dom Dalla he might have been the guy that possibly could have come
no,
over and been like, I want to play with y'all or something, you
it
know?
was Luke Combs for sure because with Dom Dalla, I mean they'll have him on the other stage, which is I mean it's typical for them to have like an EDM headliner that day. But yeah, no, Luke Combs was definitely the one they were referring to for sure because that's who they would be opening the what stage for big main stage on Thursday. So
Yeah. So you
pretty
think Dom
crazy.
Dalla, do you think they're gonna have him on the Infinity stage and that'll be like the first
Maybe, or
I think it will be.
I would think that I would think that he would be on the other stage, but it depends how big that Infinity stage is. I actually what I could see it being is that he Dom Dalla plays on the other stage for his set, and for him and John Summit, I think they could do like an everything always on the Infinity stage, like
Yeah.
come together and do um that set because that's I noticed they emphasized that the Infinity stage is going to be used mainly for second sets by artists, so it sounds like
Mhm.
they want to um, put artists in there having special extra sets or something.
Yeah, so it'll be like a secondary kind of performance or experience. So that's
Right.
interesting. Maybe
Yeah.
that means like yeah, I don't know. I don't know who they would possibly put in it then if they're gonna do like a second set. So I mean, I would imagine it's gonna be most of these DJ names that we're seeing that are here and coming. So I don't think they're gonna have any.
Yeah.
Do they add any other artists, or is this just the lineup and they don't really add anything extra?
I don't think that much stuff gets added. There may be a couple little things, or if somebody ends up having to drop out, then they might have to
Yeah,
replace
they go
them.
swap.
You know, which I
Rainbow
mean,
Kitten surprise. I'm looking at you.
yeah, we're looking at Rainbow Kid Surprise. There's always bound to be like a couple acts that have something come up and can't make it. Just hopefully, if that happens, it's not anybody too big of a deal. Um,
Agreed.
because last couple of years, I feel like they've lost some bigger ones. If maybe I'm misremembering, but I can't tell. There's people that didn't matter at all, like Lovejoy. You know, Lovejoy was supposed to play last year. I mean, like I think that band is stupid. That's all my personal opinion. But like I know that their singer was embroiled in some controversy, and he had a lot of allegations come against him, and they I think about that time they canceled their tour.
Yeah.
But they were up high. They were like in, fairly big print. Like
Yeah.
they
What
replaced them with the
what year was
driver.
that?
That
Wasn't
was
that last year?
last year. They replaced them with
Yeah.
the driver era, that band that Ross Lynch is in.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
it was fine. I don't think I ended up seeing that set either, but
Yeah. Well,
it's okay.
I'm gonna switch over to this screen and just read some comments that people are saying. But there's a lot of people that are saying mixed reactions as usual. Um, but I'll share this
Gotcha.
one. So somebody said, "I'm scared for the conflicts because there are so many people I need to see. Thank you, Bonnaroo. Got my ticket pre-sale for my first Roo ever. So awesome stuff for that person. Not my favorite lineup, but overall a decent one. For me, it's probably a C plus. So what would you? Yeah, I didn't really ask like what you would rate it. Like it, I mean, I kind of did, but you know,
Uh, like an overall rating, I would probably say, um,
yeah, we'll say like S tier, I guess. I would
I
say
would
it's probably
say
like a B plus or maybe a A. I would
I'm
say A only because of King Giz three times.
I would say, the gizzard thing definitely pushes it up higher. Um, I like that somebody there is excited for MJ Lunderman. That's good.
Right?
The
Yeah, MJ, let's
for
go.
excitement for
Oh, I
Mr.
told
Linderman.
yeah, I told you. I think it's going to be excuse me. I think it's going to be very reminiscent of possibly like Chapel Roan, like it's going to be a pretty big turnout for him. Um
It's not gonna
I
be
don't know if
Chapel
it's
Roan, but
yeah, I don't
it's
think it's
gonna
going to be to that magnitude,
it's
but
it's
I
not gonna
think
be
it's going to be
anywhere.
at least a really good
It's not
crowd
gonna be
that's
anywhere
going to
near
be there.
Chapel Roan, but it'll be probably about 50% of that.
Yeah.
Um,
I can't breathe. I have a meeting in 6 minutes and will not be able to focus because this lineup is unreal. I like that. That's funny.
Foster the People, insanely
Insanely
underrated. I don't know
underrated.
about all that.
Yeah.
They're okay. Foster the People has fun songs, but not traditionally the best live band I've seen. But
Yeah. This
you
person,
know,
they said the lineup is incredibly well rounded. They have zero complaints. We're back. So that's cool. It's so good, y'all.
yeah,
Insane Cloud Posse leaked this on their Insta half an hour early. That tracks. Haha. This is it.
this is it.
King Gizzard is the greatest band in the world today, and for that, I will be at the farm for my first time. So, see that? There's a lot of people that are King Giz. One of us, one of us. And luckily, the farm is the greatest place in the world. I bought my pass purely for Giz. Any other show would just be a bonus. There you go.
What's
That's
that?
how I see it.
What's that little picture you got down there? Me and the gang pulling up to Bonnaroo Thursday. Oh, it's from
Oh, the insane,
Workaholics.
yeah, insane clown
Yeah,
posse kind of vibes.
nice. I'm. That's definitely gonna be my Thursday party. They'll put that at like 2 in the morning. It'll be great.
Yeah, look at this one here. Avril Lavigne must have a great marketing team. How the heck is she second billing?
But
Especially since,
You got vanilla on this thing. You don't say fuck no more.
come on, how the fuck
Yeah.
is she second billing?
There you go. Say it with your chest,
So
boy.
my buddy's wife is a huge fan and said they've seen her twice and they almost left early the second time. He said she barely does anything on stage. Yeah, that's what I was kind of. Yeah, performances
Yeah.
are good despite health issues. Sold out tour in 2024 was good. She killed it at Glastonbury. Somebody with emoji.
Yeah.
She's seriously, seriously, she's so terrible. I'm already annoyed about having to wait through her to see Olivia. Sure, okay, yeah. You think she's gonna be on the main stage?
Yeah. I think so.
Oh, okay.
I think they'll put her on the main. I mean, that goes right there hand in hand with Olivia. It only makes sense to to do that, and then they'll put Justice on the witch stage, which that
Yeah.
works. Um,
So to me, it sounds like a lot of people are supporting the decision of her because of her Glastonbury set. So maybe
and
that's what's
Glastonbury
like.
set's all right. I mean, I've watched some of that. It's good, but it was nothing that special or stand out that
Yeah,
is better than anything else. It's
yeah.
okay.
I mean, There's
but it'll be good.
definitely I feel like the lineup is decent and everything. I feel like there's
Yeah,
definitely like some stuff missing. Like I feel like if they had Dochi on there, that would have been really cool
they
instead
had
of like
Dochi apparently
yeah,
for a little bit and didn't work out. I think if I'm taking a guess, she probably got offered to be on that Kendrick Lamar stadium tour um, with SZA because you know I think she's really. I want to say, unless I'm misremembering, I think that Dochi is like a Top Dog act, like when Kendrick used to be signed to Top Dog. Um, I think she's a Top Dog artist, so I mean it would make sense because SZA's still on that, for them to have one from that and keeping it all in the family with Kendrick. I think she may have got an offer to do that tour,
yeah, that's
and
really
maybe
exciting for her if
that
that's
threw
the
a wrench in it.
case.
That would honestly make me think about going to that Kendrick tour because I wasn't planning on doing it, but I would maybe change my mind if she was on
Yeah. Um, reading this guy's comment, I kind
it.
of agree, but he says I really don't want to sound like I'm being a Debbie Downer because I do think
Oh
this
Lord.
is a really good lineup, and I think the undercard is what works always, and I will of course be there and be excited about several acts. But the transition of headliners being people like Paul McCartney, Radiohead, and Pearl Jam to people like Olivia Rodrigo, Post Malone, and Luke Combs makes the feel of vintage Bonnaroo seem more distant each year. Like if radio ever toured again, I'm not even sure if Live Nation would book them over someone like Chapel Roan. When Festive Owl was hyping up the lineup as much as he was, I guess my mind it still went to unique classic people like David Gilmour or Robert Smith and Alice in Chains, James Taylor, Pavement, Alan Jackson, Primus, Ween, etc. As a lot of these acts on here, while really good, are touring constantly and can be caught pretty frequently. I used to love Rue because it gave me a chance to see people I'd never see again. I guess I just have to get used to the fact that, in terms of quality, this is as good as it's going to get. I feel like his statement is pretty accurate, honestly, because there isn't
It's
really any
you
rare
know
acts that are on here. Um,
it's the sentiment is fine, but you have to be willing to accept that Bonnaroo can't just be the same thing it was,
Correct,
12
yeah.
years ago. I mean,
It's not the same team. It's all different
yeah.
people.
What as far as like somebody like take Paul McCartney for example. I mean, he's huge, but you know, he's got all the money in the world. However, it's still really expensive to tour right now, and for a production like his, you know,
Yeah,
he can make so much more money going to Nissan Stadium than he can going to Bonnaroo. It's just
agreed.
it doesn't make sense for a lot of really big acts right now. The bigger the act,
Yeah.
the less it makes sense for them
I would
to do
say
Bonnaroo.
like I agree with him in the sense of like obscure act. Like I wish that they would try and book more obscure act or like, entice those to try and come out and play. Such as like, I think Ween would be a fun one or Pavement, from his
Mm-hmm.
list of acts that he was suggesting. But even
Yeah.
the rumor of Aphex Twin possibly being in the cards, I would like freak out if his name was on this lineup. And for him to perform in like that Infinity stage and stuff, that would be insane. Seeing
Hmm.
Aphex Twin in that type of atmosphere. But
Yeah.
we're stuck with the commercial EDM, which is John Summit and Dom Dollar and Of the Trees and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not saying
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying that Bonnaroo used to be, and I think that's what this guy's trying to say, used to be about booking obscure acts that you never thought that you'd ever get to see and
Yeah.
possibly never get to see again.
All that one really has to do is just put that on the festival survey this year when they send it out because I mean they clearly pay a lot of attention to what's on that survey. Um, they already did in terms of uh, two of the big things people said on it last year was that they wanted more guitars, more guitar driven music, and more EDM, and they definitely they
Play,
dug
yeah, they played
deep into
into
both of
that.
those chests and pulled out
Yeah,
stuff that
because they have Vampire Weekend, they've got Queens of the Stone Age, just leaning
mhm.
on the guitar aspect. Royal Otis,
King Gizzard,
Mount Joy, King Giz, yeah, King Giz
yeah,
is number one in that aspect.
hmm
Glass Animals has
Megadeth
guitar,
also,
Megadeth too, yeah.
yeah,
So Foster the
mm,
People, Wallows, Slightly Stupid, those are all guitar acts, like they all have guitars.
yeah.
Olivia Rodrigo, she plays guitar too. So
That's a
Hot
pretty
Mulligan,
rockish, yeah.
yeah.
But
The Lemon Twigs, Wisp. I could go on. There's plenty of
yeah, they
acts with
definitely
guitars.
they dug deep into both of those requests that people had mainly put out, the
Yeah.
EDM and the guitar based music. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to jump on out of here. Is there anything that before I do that that you wanted
No.
to
I
yeah,
guess
sure.
I'll do a little sign off or something, but you know, Mr. Smith, thank you so much for coming on and whatnot, talking about this joyous day of Bonnaroo
Absolutely.
lineup 2025.
It's been a
Any
long time
last
coming.
closing comments?
See you on the farm.
See you on the farm. All right. Go crazy, go stupid. Ah,
Go crazy, go stupid. Bye.
bye.
Yep.
Ciao. All right. So that was Mr. Smith, Alex Smith. He joined us for the um, live stream. We chatted quite a bit about um, the 2025 Bonnaroo lineup, which is super exciting, super cool. I appreciate anybody who joined us and listened in to this podcast. Uh, you know, Definitely comment, like, follow, share Crispy Reviews podcasts on Instagram, YouTube. I'm on TikTok as well. Looks like there's a chat. Oh, there's a chat bar here. Oh. Oh wow. So somebody's been chatting on here. I can't see who. So A plus, let's go. Fuck. Avril Lavigne billed way too high. Agreed. Yes. Dochi was a missed opportunity. Agreed. It's gonna be a very gay time. Uh, it's never going to be vintage Bonnaroo again. Those people are dying off, sadly. We're getting more modern, and that's okay. Of the Trees is not commercial EDM. All right, I will stand by that. The rap is so much better this time around. I agree with Tyler and Action Bronson and JPEG Mafia. Like, there's definitely a lot to like about. Sorry, I didn't see these chats on the side here. Um, so thank you. Oh, it's from Mikey. Okay, of course. There you go. Hey, I know those guys. That's funny. But anyways, I appreciate y'all tuning in and joining us for the live stream of Bonnaroo 2025. That was fun. Thank you, Xander, for joining me as well. Um, Ronnie, I hope you got to watch some of this too. King is out and playing for 3 days, which is super exciting, super cool. Um, Queens of the Stone Age, a lot of guitar, like we were saying, a lot of EDM, and just a lot of stuff to be excited about. So leave comments, post all about it, all that fun stuff. Just let us know. All right. Crispy Cody, over and out. Have a great day. Take care.